therefore we have to worry about this. If you put a bug in the forest, a bug immediately knows where to find food, how to hide, how to find mates, how to find shelter. A bug can do this. You put our most advanced robots in the forest, and what do? They get lost. They fall over. That's how primitive we are with robots. So we have many decades to plan for the time when robots become self-aware, and beyond that, whether or not we should merge with them. Now, some people think that the idea of merging with robots is repulsive, because it means that we're going to be a brain inside a vat of liquid. No, I don't think so. I think that we will want to preserve our basic shape. We'll want to preserve who we are, but we'll have, in addition to that, exoskeletons, giving us super memory and superpowers when we feel like. But we will look pretty much the same as we do now.
Скажите, пожалуйста.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but so if we decide not to merge with robots, the same question as to Dmitry, we'll
got some new
develop
technology.
themselves, and their intellect will develop.
I got a new headset. How do I sound? Let me turn this off. Wait. I gotta post something. Turn that off. I'm listening to my morning technology people. Sadhguru, Michio, Kaku, and a few other physicists talking about the Higgs boson, talking about technology, talking about this idea, what I want to talk about today. For a minute, I'm not going to do a 20-minute rant today. I'm not going to. Not today. Not today. But you got to go with the spirit, how it hits you. Let me see, wait for comments to come up. We change this to public so people can share. And go here and share it out on a few pages. I gotta post this. What does it say? Keeping cutting edge technology. No. Keeping cutting edge science and technology in the realm. I gotta change my grammar. Hold on. I didn't put it in. Because people will get that. The Nazis, they ain't going nowhere. Keeping cutting edge science and technology in the realm of the wealthy will end civilization the same way that it always has. It always. See, I'm checking my grammar. See, look, it always has. So don't tell me I'm not teachable. Damn it, I'm a teachable monkey. My grammar Nazis and taught me. Hang on. I proofread. Boom. Ha ha. Good morning. Yeah, we got to get the proofread on sometime. I'm teachable. I am teachable. I am definitely teachable. But can you teach psychotic monkeys with Higgs bosons and AIs to do the right thing? No, you can't. That's what that post is about. So boom, post it. You cannot teach crazy people to not be crazy. That's just crazy. You can't teach a monkey with an AR. What is that? I think that's a AK-47. You can't teach a monkey with AK-47 to not be a monkey with AK-47. Damn it, he wants some bananas. That's what I want to talk about today. Not monkeys. I'm talking about toddlers with guns. I don't know what the hell is happening in Virginia. They losing their damn mind. Gun control people, you might want to invite them because, well, kinda, sorta. You know what? Something about the legislators again. I didn't read it, but something about the legislators coming together and asking the National Guard to enforce gun control. Can we get some claps for that? Can we get some claps? Yeah, we're gonna have some claps. We get some. Where are my happy faces and sad faces? We're gonna get some claps on it. But I don't think you're thinking about this the right way, baby. I don't think you do. See, my problem is I came from a history of slavery. I know what taking the guns mean because it's the same people. It's the same damn people. They're just not taking spears this time. They're just not taking bows this time. They're taking guns this time. And you got special people who believe the kings and the lords and the masters that this ends up good for us if they have all the Higgs bosons and AIs and death killer robot and 5Gs. And I don't think you're thinking about this the right way. Outside of the principal fact, outside of history, just pretend you don't know nothing about history. You just dumb to history. You think the kings and lords are here to save and protect you and your children. Outside of that, the basic principle, using violence to solve violence is, wait a minute, now it's not even using violence to solve violence. It's dumber than that. You're using violence to solve non-violence. These people didn't do anything. They literally got guns and sitting in gun lockers and closets and go out on the weekend with the boys to the gun range and start shooting bottles and plastic cans. They weren't even violent. You're using a violent National Guard with tanks and bombs and drones and to come to the peaceful people and take their guns. I don't know what the hell's happening in Virginia. Did I just make all that up? I don't know. I get excited sometimes. I just think we got a problem constantly giving monkeys the guns. I think you got a problem if you got not the poor monkey. I'm all for poor monkeys being armed. Damn it, I am. When you got an army of monkeys and then we got a problem. When you got the Higgs boson with the wealthy monkeys, that's when civilization's in. See, a poor monkey with a gun, he can cause some problems at the cafe. But usually if you got another poor monkey with a gun, he can end the problem that poor monkey causing at the cafe. But if you got a Lex Luthor with a Higgs boson and geoengineering weapons, damn it, you got the end of a civilization. We need some philosophy. Is that a Susan? Susan, get it. We need some philosophy here. We need some Plato. We need to bring philosophy back in school because this idea of giving all the psychotic people toys is just a dumb idea. This idea of giving all the wealthy the science and technology to destroy the planet again. Is that Teletubbies? It's just a dumb idea. I don't know what's wrong with your head, baby. I have no idea. Science and technology are the realm of people. I got a thought. My thought this morning is we need to socialize. I hate the word. Let's use a different word. I don't like that. Because I don't like none of your socialisms, your capitalisms, or your communalisms. They're all stupidisms. They're all monkeyisms. They're all based on resources then the resources are free. None of them fit on an abundant earth. They fit on an earth where they keep you gaslit, blind, dumb, stupid, and crazy, thinking there's only so many bananas, and bananas literally grow on trees. They grow on the trees. The sun comes down, water, minerals, and the bananas grow. So I just think it's a bad idea. I think that you give science and technology to the people. That's what I think. I don't think government should have any scientists nor technologists, no engineers, no mathematicians. They shouldn't have a damn thing because they don't know what to do with it. It's like a toddler with a gun. Would you give a toddler a gun? Would you give a psychopath a Higgs boson? Psychopaths running the world is a bad idea. Bad idea. All right, I had to get that out. It's almost out. No, I don't know if it's out. It may not. I'm a little discombobulated. So anyway, y'all can tell me what's happening in Virginia. I don't know what's happening in Virginia. I just think when you got an army of monkeys, then you need to stop with the monkey armies. That's what I think. I think violence is always a bad idea. But damn it, if we live on a violent planet, the monkeys need spears, the barbarians need bows, because the kings got Higgs bosons, all right? And they're talking about the boson bomb. That's right. That's how I got here today. Hang on, let me turn this down. That's how I got here today. I was listening to Sadhguru. Oh, we need more philosophers. We need more philosophers. We need more critical thinking. We got to stop with the silly monkeyism. We got to cut that out. I don't know. We was getting out. You know what? Yes, I've had a cup and a half of coffee. They're like, a cup and a half of coffee? You flipping like that? Now I see why you watch this crazy man. It's kind of entertaining. What are you gonna do? And why is my face on the monkey crotch? This ain't gonna work. Nope, this ain't gonna work. I gotta be either bigger, smaller, or I got to move my head. But a monkey gotta move his balls. Something gotta move. I'm too close. It's just not gonna work. Let me see. Well, the side of the screen mess up like that when I do that. All right, can I be on this? Nope, dang it, he peeing on me. I don't even know what to do with them. It's a bad picture. I'm changing my picture. I'm invoking the right, because I own these resources. Like your elites, your 13 families that own everything on the planet, all the science and technology. I'm changing the picture because the monkey with the gun, that was an example. That's not the problem. Hang on, I know I got it here somewhere. I got it here somewhere. I got it. I don't even know what the hell it is, but it scared the hell out of me. So I'm gonna show it to you. So it scared the hell out of you too. This one, I think I know what it is. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I did a search on, what's the name? What's the name of that? Kosia. You know, this right here. Look at this. Think about psychotic monkey Lex Luthor with this. I don't know what that is. I believe it's the Higgs boson. Are my science people here? Not the Higgs. That's not the Higgs boson. I believe that's CERN. Does it make sense for the same families that have been killing, robbing, looting, and oppressing the free barbarian tribe since the mother hubbing Gideon to have that? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know what the hell it is. It scares me. The monkey with the gun is kind of scary. Don't get me wrong. I'm not interested. I see people with guns. It doesn't bother me, but I would prefer to not have these things. I prefer to be at your house on the wall, but I get it. It's got to be on a gun rack. You might see a damn deer out there. You might see, you might need it. You might have one of the other crazy monkeys then it came out the trailer park or the ghetto or the barrio that we refuse to help. Might have a gun in the cafe. And so I get that. But that's not that scary. This scary. That not scary. This can hurt a person. But we got ambulances and hospitals and stuff that can help people. When poor people got weapons, they can do poor things. So you shouldn't have poor people. Fix that. Fix that. It's fixable. Okay, that's number one. And two, if you got a psychotic ruling elite that run the damn planet, and every time they get an atom bomb, they gotta drop it. They can't have that. They can't have that. I think that is the CERN, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I am a historical realist. I love philosophy. That is a problem. Let me hang on. I'm gonna make that my background because I got to get out the monkey balls. Anyway, come on. How y'all doing this morning? Everybody good? Is this like becoming an end of the world broadcast or something like that? We're gonna end, run. Let me do that like this right here. Does it make sense for people you don't know, people who will never call you back, people who won't text you, they don't know your grandmama, they don't know you, but they've always controlled everything since kings and lords to have this thing? Yes, I'd rather have, but you know what? That's not gonna hurt though. They make a Higgs boson bomb, that's not gonna hurt. Does anybody actually think if they make a Higgs boson bomb, they're not gonna use it, they're not gonna drop it? You gotta drop it once. It's like the atomic bomb. You gotta use it once, and they're gonna use it. And then they're gonna change everybody at the molecular structure. They might open a gateway to another dimension trying to scare Iraq. I just don't think psychotic people should have weapons, okay? That's my gun control. You know what? So if Virginia passed a law and said if you were truly psychotic, you cannot have a gun, and the Virginia National Guard went to Washington, D.C. and got all the psychos' guns and their tanks and their weapons, I'd be okay with that. They went over to, where's that, Switzerland? And they secured the CERN from the world's wealthiest that always end civilization. Speaking of end of civilization, where is Atlantis? We got to find Atlantis. We need some Platos in the house. We need more philosophers in the world. You cannot have psychos having all the weapons. That's stupid. Stupid. You cannot have people who proven they're psychotic. I know you love them, and I'm not gonna mention your leaders, your favorite war criminals' names. I'm not gonna mention well, my friends are probably saying their names. I don't want to right now. If somebody does something psychotic, they're probably psychotic. That's what I think. And if your leaders are bombing children, what are the odds they're not gonna drop the Higgs boson bomb? What are the odds they're not gonna make it? They're gonna make it. They're gonna make it. Why? Because most science and technology is developed for war. All right? War. Oh, we're going to cure cancer. We're working on this biological vial to do this. And behind the scenes, somebody with some money like, yep, we're going to cure cancer with that, all right. However, the cancer cure, that might make me 50 million. But damn it, turning that into a biological weapon to drop on some other poor people because they were born somewhere else is gonna make me billions. So yeah, you can go ahead and work on that, scientist, because you guys got the wealthy behind these people. Go on, work on it. Yeah, we're gonna cure cancer. Get them on TV. Yes, and we're all getting close to curing cancer. We're gonna save you monkeys from eating meat and dairy and cheese and Twinkies and bagels and just ignoring everything that's human food. We're gonna save you so you can keep eating crap and live longer. And behind the scenes, making a contract with the war industry. All science and technology, its first gate, its first stop is murder. That's its first stop. That's its first application. So I think the governments and corporations can no longer have science and technology. That's my statement. I used to say that they can't have secrets. I don't think they need, I think secrets might be step one, but I don't even think we need to go there. They can't have technology. Technology needs to be the realms of the human race. And if you're an engineer, if you're a mathematician, if you're a scientist, if you're like, Nasam Hiramin, I know I said it wrong again. I don't do good with names. Names and dates, not my thing. Mathematics and software engineering, that's my thing. If you have a world elite that always use the best science and technology, that cutting edge to figure out how to murder poor people, it's a bad idea to continue on with that. Remember we said last week, was it last week? We were talking about why is it that we respect people who are homeless the most? Why there's a percentage there. Like the people who went to school, got the degrees, jobs, college, went to work for big corporations, and they're not the smart people. They're not the deep thinkers. They're the ones who can, they're the monkeys. They can put the square peg in the square peg and the round in the round and octagon, and y'all remember that toy? They can do that real well. But they're not the smartest people. The deepest thinking people I know have all lived homeless. They've all gone through some trials in life. There's something about struggle that brings out the core of the human being, the beauty of this spiritual creature driving this beast of a 98% monkey thing. And I just found out the other day, Nassim Haramein, he was homeless. I didn't even know this. He was a scientist living in a van. He literally lived in a van for somebody, I think he said 10 years? Because nobody would fund his science. Why? Because we stupid. And all the science and technology are funded by the billionaires and trillionaires. You won't get money unless they can make a piece of crap with it, a toy, a product, so the Americans can buy it and give it to their kids on Christmas. We cannot continue to have a world that's driven by making crap, consumerism, and have scientists report to governments and corporations. I think scientists should report to people. That's what I think. I don't think scientists should report to nations. Nations, you can't have those anymore. You've already proven you don't know what the hell to do with them. You've already proven when you create nations, you give them to 13 families and bankers, and you just use them to murder each other. You can't have that anymore. I think the scientists get up in the morning and they report to the human race. That's what I think. I think the mathematicians, the Nassim Harameins, the philosophers, they get up in the morning and we take care of them. It's not called socialism. It's called not to end the world againism. Okay? Not to end the world againism. And no, socialism, you give all that power to the kings and lords. I just told you, nations don't work. That's stupid. Once the kid decides, I want to be a scientist, here's your food, here's your house, here's your car, go to work. Here's your laboratory. Develop things that help the human race, that don't help one families and nations and psychotic monkeys with guns. I just don't believe in the toddlers having the guns. Y'all up doing gun control. I love you to death, but I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. I have no idea that you literally going to take guns from poor people and leave the Higgs boson with the wealthy people. Does that make any damn sense to you? That don't make no sense to me. No sense to me. To me, it's called, again, that's called slavery. I don't know what's happening in Virginia. But anyway, I figured y'all tell me, come on everybody, how you doing? How you doing? End of the world. You know what? I think I'd rather Higgs boson in the world, because with the Higgs boson bomb, when they drop that, there's nothing left. You ain't got to clean nothing up. Yeah, it's nothing to clean up. That's why they love that. What is that? The white phosphorus, and they love those hot bombs and napalms to melt human beings to goo. But you still got goo. You still got vapor. The Higgs boson bomb, when y'all give that to the psychotic elites, it just go poof at the atomic level. Poof, you just go poof. That's it. Poof. You're not even smoking gas. It changes you at the atomic level. The Higgs boson bomb, you drop it, because it'd probably be the Pentagon drop it on Americans. And all there's no Americans in the world. Isn't it that poof? There's no smoke of American, no dust, no ash, nothing. It just goes away. You know what? But it won't be no pain. I prefer that for the children than giving them the AI and the robots and all. That's gonna be painful. You might have a few seconds of pain with the nuclear weapon, the atomic bombs, because I'm not. Because when the nukes, like I said again, when the nukes come, when y'all Democrats and Republicans and you monkeys and you race people and religion people, when y'all get that World War III going, I told you, y'all gonna find me. I'm gonna be at the top of my house. I'm gonna be right over my house naked, just waiting for the end of the world. Be like, yeah, ride the wave. It's gonna be instantaneous for me. I ain't fighting for life, choking on on radiation and blood coming out my eyes and my nose and my anus for the rest of my life and diarrhea coming out my. Have you seen radiation, what it does to people? Hell no, ugly as hell. You won't be on you can be on the dating website all you want. You ain't getting no dates. You ain't gonna be no pictures on the dating websites in the radiation world. Ain't gonna be none, because everybody gonna look the same. Everybody gonna look the same. But most people probably run, hide, jump, You might have a few seconds when that bomb goes off. You running high, let's go to the basement. I'm not a basement person. I'm sorry. I'll be on the roof. They're gonna go hide in the basement. You might have a few seconds of like the wave go by, whoosh, your house in where you live in Maryland, all of a sudden, woof, your house is in London in like 5 minutes, 5 seconds. But you might have a few seconds of pain before it hits you. But this is the problem. This is the problem of giving all science and technology to psychopaths. This is the problem, because you're mad at the other people. We didn't watch I'm upset, I'm disappointed, discombobulated, and I'm disappointed. We didn't watch the videos yesterday. We did a watch party, y'all. We was watching, because what got me? What got me was that kid. That kid. The kid in the 11-year-old little black kid was it Alabama? I don't know, I'm saying Alabama because black people in Alabama is racist. I can say anything I want to say. I don't even care about you and your little emotions. You're an adult. Grow up. You're not 5. And it was a black cop. I think it was a black cop. It looked like it was a dark video. Did y'all see that video? Oh, I got upset. So I posted that because the cop, did y'all see it? Y'all didn't see it? You might have to see it. Did y'all see it? I posted. You're supposed to do your homework anyway. And the cop then picked the 11-year-old kid, picked him up in the hallway on the video and slammed him. And when he slammed him, he didn't drop him. Right? It wasn't like us pretending we're in the WWF when we were 8. He picked this child up, and this grown man, you could see him put his muscle down in there and shoved his face down into the hard, poor public school floor that have no give. Bam! Kid didn't even move. So he picked the kid up again and slammed him again. So I was a little pissed off yesterday. So I was not playing with you monkeys. I was not playing with you monkeys yesterday. So we watched that. We watched Lavoy Finnecom being shot. We watched Khalif Browder being shot or being suicided by incarceration to commit suicide. We watched, what's her name that wrote the new Jim Crow? We watched police state videos. And I'm a little disappointed. Not a lot, a little bit. Because then come the race people. Oh, I know some of y'all here, I'm not gonna call out no names, but y'all know how y'all do. You know how you do. I keep telling you time and time again, stop trusting the black elite. Stop it. These people are psychotic as the white elite. There's a psychotic as the Hispanic elite. They're psychotic as the Irish elite. They're psychotic as all the elites. They're psychos. They're sellouts and psychos. Stop trusting them. Oh, the police are doing it because they're racist and brown. Shut up. I love you to death, but that's not why it happens. It's economics. Economics. Nobody went to Africa to get black people because they're black. Special people, they went over there for the same reason the cops are shooting at you. You're poor. That's why. It has nothing to do with your skin. Nobody cares about your skin. They care that you can't hire a lawyer. Let me explain how this works real quick, because I'm not going to say it upset. I get tired of repeating myself. I don't know why. My mom used to beat me. She got that. No, she didn't. She called my father. I don't like to repeat myself. I don't know why people don't understand economics. It's just money. That's all they care about. They could care This is why the black elite scream race every damn day. Because they're race baiters. They get you emotional so you can't change anything, so you don't actually know the problem. Okay? They wrote laws for the corporations because the corporations want your rights. You can't take the rights from the wealthy. They're gonna fight for their rights. They hire lawyers and vote, yell, scream, and get Sharpies with the middle class. They got issues with you taking their rights. So they look at the cheapest rights they can sell on the black market. And that happens to be immigrant black lord. That happens to be their rights. But it's not everybody's rights, it's just them. Because you got poor whites on the bottom too. And then the police come to the neighborhoods with the poorest people because the laws are written to take the rights from the poor people for the corporations. Because the corporations, they don't hate your skin. They don't care about your skin. They want the money. They want to buy the rights. That's why you have a war on drugs, because they want to sell the drugs. Now we got CVS's on every corner and people being shot like hotcakes. But you don't know what's going on because you don't understand it's just about money. There are a lot of poor whites, ain't got no brown in their skin, being shot like hotcakes too. And they won't stand with you because you're still saying, it's the brown people, it's because they got brown skin. These black sellouts at the top, these elites will make you stupid. So anyway, I'm calm down. I just get upset because when you start talking about that, you piss off the other side. When you piss off the other side, we all can't get together and fix the problem. This is why your black elites in Congress and Senate ain't done a damn thing to change the laws. You find that a little crazy? Oh, that Black Lives Matter. Oh, Black Lives Matter, got a book to write, gotta give a speech. Black Lives Matter, fight white supremacy. They didn't change the laws. They don't care. For them, it's about money too. They want to retire on black bodies with their black skin and retire on a beach and suntan with black skin. Stop trusting sellouts. All right, so anyway, we watched that yesterday and went to the race thing. I'm not saying no more on that. Economics, nobody cares about your skin. They care about the money. They care about the retirement and the wealth. They care about the science and technology, and they want to be at the top with the others, and they will shove you at the bottom if you're special enough to believe anybody cares about that anymore. All right? Nah, I'm sorry, I was little. I get that way sometimes. I'm sorry, but you know, when you watch these little kids being shot, don't you feel something? I do. Don't you feel something when you watch Lavoy Finicom being shot? Driving in the car. Who was in the car? His niece and his wife? And he got people who he pays the tax dollars for pulling up behind him. He gets out the car and they lay him out in the street like a dog, like a Chris Gardner. That should bother you a little bit. And if it doesn't bother you, you need to go. There's something wrong with you. You need to go find some consciousness or something. Because the very core foundation of the human being is knowing what's right and wrong. All right. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry. I just got happy. You know what? Oh, goodness. I know somebody upset with me right now. I'm sorry. I just got happy. I got happy because science and technology just work. I feel good. I feel good at the moment. My son got a 93.33 on his test. Go get him. Go get him. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm happy. He wasn't doing too good in English. Now he busting it out and he texts me. So now I'm happy again. I'm happy. See how that works? Kids always know something about kids. They just know. He didn't even wait to get home to text me. Something he probably in class too. You probably don't get detention for that one if your teacher watched this. But you gotta survive in today. You gotta survive. You gotta survive in today and make changes so we can move forward. Yeah, that's the heart, Rebecca. That's the that's the text message. Broke my train of thought. I was a little worried about his English grade, but now he busting it out. And that made me feel good. He studied hard, and I felt like I was a bad parent, Rebecca, because I took him to go see the movie late last night. I'm a bad father. I am. That's why, you know what? I'm a horrible father. And we stayed out the movie till midnight. So I was a little worried about his test. I was about to beat myself for being bad. People. Don't you feel something when you watch people being shot? Stop. The legislators write the laws, and they're the ones who give you the errand to go chase something dramatic and emotional. They tell you that Black Lives Matter because they made money selling the black bodies, and a whole lot of white bodies are piled up with that too. They gave the right to corporations so they could sell drugs, they can sell locks, they can create prisons, they can create the stone for the prisons, they can create the clothes, they can grow the food for the prisons, and they don't want to give the money back. They don't want to give the white and black bodies back. That's why lives don't matter, and that's why they scream Black Lives Don't Matter. So you'll go off and chase something emotional to get other people to side up against you. So nothing changes. And that's why they don't have to change the laws, because you can't figure that out. You can't figure out, it's just economics. Just economics. And plus they need you running, chasing your tail anyway, because the robots are coming. This is what these psychotics do with these toys. AI and robots. They're taking all of your jobs, all of them. So while you're busy off fighting white privilege, you will go extinct. Because they don't care. They don't care. All they need is money. That's it. All right. Anyway. So anyway, that's my statement for today. The elite cannot have science and technology anymore. We have to take it from them. It's not about them having secrets. They cannot have the science and technology. The science and technology have to be for the children, so they don't grow up in trailer parks and ghettos and burials running from police. It needs to be for them so they can go get educated in safety. They don't have to run and hide thinking somebody's behind a bush trying to rape them or a gang is in their neighborhood. If government work, if giving corporations and government science and technology work, why does rape still exist? Answer that question. It doesn't work because they don't work, because they don't want to stop it. They want you scared, so you keep giving them more rights so they can keep making more money with the corporations they're all in bed with, so they can keep writing more books so you can keep buying it, so you can keep going to marches, so they don't have to change anything. Drama. Young and the Restless. All right. Gerard is like a grumpy relative in the background going on about all kinds of grumpy stuff while the rest of us are laughing and having fun. I'm laughing too, Susan. I can't get serious too. I can't get serious because it's hilarious. Like, look at this thing. Look, Susan, look at this. Look at the pipes and the electrics and the this is not good. I don't know what part of the CERN that this is. And this is not a conspiracy theory, Kelly. This is bad, okay? People who drop bombs on children should not have this, okay? People who don't want to feed children who are starving, they got plenty of food and they throw it away in the trash, those psychos can't have this. This is not going to be used for anything good. And that's why I laugh. I'm not grumpy. I'm like, oh Lord, we need some philosophers. Where are they? We need some philosophy. This is nuts. Tell it strong, brother. More weapons and nukes of all kinds and is the worst idea. Psychopathic tribes have been ruling the world. Now they want to kill us and the planet. Yes, you're right. And Gypsy, and that's the point. Yeah, that's the point. It keeps going the same way. It's not like we're doing different directions and trying something new. And, oh, this time on Civilization, we're going to try this. Nope, we keep telling the same stupid story. Gypsy, same story. Oh, well, we all want to be greedy, right? Greed. It's not even power and money. It's just greed, right? It's just endless greed. We keep giving everything to endless greed because we got baby greed. We got baby greed. We worship big greed. And we're mad at big greed because we got baby greed. And it's stupid. We can't have no greed. You know, people need to learn to live within the means. Remember that powerful saying that the old fogies used to have? Live within your means, have a budget. And we went and got budgets until the new BMW came. Then the budget got adjusted. Live within your means. You don't need that. There are people around this planet. Women are still, what is it? 60% of the women in undeveloped countries still walk 2 miles a day to get water, and you getting the next BMW? Does that make you feel guilty a little bit? A little bit. Nope, don't make you feel guilty. It doesn't. I know, it doesn't. I know, you're like, I don't make me no guilty. Because that's how people are. That's how the monkeys are. They don't feel guilty. I'm like, hell no, that make me feel guilty. Look at you know, and I think go get in the car. You know, and see one of my posts on Facebook like, women walk 2 miles a day to get water. Ooh, oh yeah, that's bad. Go. Hit the like button. That's the sick world we live in. I feel guilty. You may not feel guilty. I feel guilty. One day at band camp, unfortunately, I got a conscience. And it makes me feel guilty. I feel guilty I got a house with heat. Because we got people with houses that don't have heat, and they can have lots of houses with heat. That should make you feel, doesn't make you feel good. Part of the reason I don't go to church no more. Y'all be mad at me if you want. I don't forsake the coming together of the believers as the scriptures say. I just think me coming together with y'all is stupid if I'm walking in a big old mega church and got gold encrusted siphoning and walk in the marble floor and all kind of just pretty, clean it in my house. My house is a house. You might find something on the floor. You walk in these churches, oh my goodness, they got slaves cleaning the rugs and everything, and got homeless people all over the city. Freezing, living in caves under New York City. Nah, I can't get down with that type of apathy. I got a conscience. One day at band camp, I got a conscience. And I know it's making you feel kind of guilty. I know, because the little light thing stopped. You're like, oh Lord, is he talking about me? Yes, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about everybody. Because nobody's better than you, and I ain't better than you, and I ain't doing, but nobody's doing better than nobody else. We are all the same energy. We're all a part. We're either trying to do what's right or we're living in what's wrong. And we all think we're right. That's why the world's jacked up now, because everybody thinks they're right. Everybody thinks they're good. Why? You know what? I was listening to Michio, and what he was saying, he said there was a fight between Edison and somebody about how, I should go back and play it, but I'm running out of time. I can't. I know I said I wasn't gonna rant, did I? Did I say it? Was that me? I'm sorry, I got the emotions. We're gonna do comments. And Boson like, yeah, right, you're gonna do comments. I go with the spirit, y'all. I may not be in the church, in the mega church, looking at the homeless people out the window with you, but I'm in the spirit and I'm going with the spirit because I trust the universe, whatever it is. He said basically every day in this world, somebody dies in an automobile, because that's what Edison was fighting about, that the automobile, saying that, you know, I forgot what he said. But every day somebody dies in a fiery car crash and is burned to death in an automobile. That's a problem. Isn't that a problem? If we can fix that, if we can move forward with science and technology instead of using more science and technology to figure out new creative ways to burn people and blow apart their atoms at the core level. All right. Anyway, we need short comments. I don't like long. The long comments I'll go back and read later. I gotta read the short ones because it's too much. We don't have that much time. All right. So corporations need to go. Yes, Kelly, they need to go. They need to go. They need to go. They need to go. They absolutely need to go. We don't need corporations. And why do we need corporations? Somebody answer this question for me. Why do we need corporations? Now that we got learning software, AI, robots, pretty much unlimited energy, and that's in the public domain, outside of the free energy that I keep posting, that they keep hiding, and all these whistleblowers seem like every year got a couple more telling you, they got free energy and they're using it for war. They got free energy. They got flying craft. They got free energy I worked on in this project, and we're not doing anything about it. What's the purpose of corporations? If corporations are always in bed with the kings and lords to create Greek fire to murder us, why do we need them? What have they done? Oh, they created all this technology, and they keep us locked into their technology until they make the next best thing. We are literally destroying the planet for corporations. Not that corporations are bad, it's just their model. Their model is greed. And they're just better at greed than us, right? They're better at greed than us. That's it. Their whole purpose is greed. Their purpose isn't humanity. Their purpose isn't children. Their purpose isn't life. Their purpose is money. And they're going to make as much of it as they can. And that's going to rape the world. That's going to burn the world to the ground. All right. Do I listen to Bobby Hemmett? No, I don't. Tell me about Bobby Hemmett, Trudell. Most of the humans are starving. Right, Megs, and that's what I'm saying. If corporations work, most humans wouldn't be starving. Well, we make great technology. Oh yeah, are humans starving? The very core basic need of humanity, of a creature that has a belly, do they have food? Then corporations don't work. Governments don't work, obviously. Because we have the ability to do it, and they're just not doing it. Same thing with the black elites and Black Lives Matter. They ain't doing it. If black elite worked, then Black Lives would be mattering right now. They ain't mattering, and ain't nothing changing, but they making a hell of a lot of money. That should tell you something. If you were, just pretend for a minute you got black skin, you're in the black elite, and you really cried, not alligator tears, but you really cried when these kids get shot in the street and body slammed to the ground at the age of 11 in a school, on a school floor by a black cop. Where's the protest? Where's the yelling and screaming? Where are the Sharpie signs? They don't care. Why? Because it's not emotional, because it's a black cop. They're trying to convince you that the police state is about racism, and this is why it ain't changing. They don't have to change it. They can keep the money because they don't care. They don't care. If you had black skin and you gave two damns, or if you had white skin, you gave two damns. If you had yellow skin, you gave two damns about these white kids or black kids being beat up by the police state, you would be having, what do they call that thing when they get out there, they won't pass the bill, yelling and screaming on the floor, when they block the vote. I don't even know what that crazy psychopathic Babylon thing is called I'm a barbarian. I'm not a part of the Roman Empire. I'm just trapped by it. When they sit there and yell and scream on the floor and they stop the bill from passing, you'd be doing that to end the war on drugs. You would, if you gave two damns about these children, but they don't, because the prison industry pays them to not give a damn. They paid them to get you emotional so you don't have to change anything. So they find another group of poor people to get you arguing with. They don't care. And we need to grow up and use some critical thought and see that. You need to realize to realize. Use realize to realize. That's why we need more philosophy. We can, yes, there you go, filibuster. Who was that? Patricia know it. She know it. She got this Babylonian thing down. She know what they do. She watching. We just disagree on the Michelle Obama bump thing. You know? She's still going on that. All right. There should not be cops in the schools at all. See, Dale, this is my point. This is what I'm saying. This is why we did the watch party yesterday. There shouldn't be police in schools. Yes. 2 years ago, I said, I'm glad that the police is in my son's school. And I am. I still am. But listen to what Dale is saying. There shouldn't be police in schools. If we have a place that we send our babies so we can go off and work slavery cotton somewhere, shouldn't our babies be safe? So then you ask the root question, why are police in school? And why do people like me, or why are we happy that we got police in school? Because we live in a violent society. We live in not because rednecks got guns, but because we live in a violent society. I want every redneck that's peaceful to have a damn gun. They can have a tank if she never shot nobody with it. I want every person in a ghetto and burial, poor person to have a gun because they need it. We live in a psychotic society because the kings and lords got all the CERNs and tanks. No, but when you break it down to the core level, so all right, well, why are people shooting schools up? If you got a brain in your head, why are people shooting schools up? Where they're going crazy? Why are people going crazy? And you can sit here in comment sections of social media and make a bunch of crap up, or you can shut the hell up and go on over to James Fallon, Dr. James Fallon. Go to a neuroscientist, go to a behavior. Everybody knows psychologists. Go to one of the professionals that read books. They don't watch the news and get upset and emotional on social media. They read books and they do studies. Why do humans do what they do? And they answer the question, poverty, scarcity. Look at the economics. Look what they tell you, the economists and the engineers. But we have scarcity. We don't have to. We got enough for everybody. So how come we aren't giving it to everybody that's shooting up the schools? Because they don't care. Don't even go there with MK Ultra, Brother Kelly. Don't even go there. Because that's conspiracy theory. Didn't he call me conspiracy theory 5 minutes ago? I've seen that. But I agree with you. Government can't have MK Ultras. If they were doing something like that and schools are getting shot up, maybe we got a problem. We need to solve problems at the root. Go to the root. Use a little critical thought. The problem isn't the gun, because you can take the gun from all the poor people. It's going to be more people, because that's how a currency system works. You have to have people at the bottom being starved to death so you can have your BMW, pretending that you're going to be at the top with the elites. That's how that works. All right, there we go. Good morning. I pay attention. Driving on icy roads. Yes, Ivana, look at the roads. Be safe. Absolutely, as John Sean said, be safe. So I don't agree with disarming poor people. That's called slavery. They've always done the same things they've always done. They're going to keep doing it because we keep making bad decisions of giving psychotic people all the powerful things. The gun is a tool. That's all it is. It's just a tool, like a CERN is a tool. And you're going to find out what they're going to do with that CERN later. We keep letting them play with this technology. Technology is too powerful nowadays. But the issue is greed. The issue is greed. You can't have a few have everything, because eventually they're going to use the everything. There are definitely some questions about CERN, but I don't think it's a problem. The scientists are not working for war. The problem is the system that puts military interests first. Exactly, Jeb. Exactly. And this is my point. And this is what critical thought can do for you. The scientists, they don't have any interest in war. They don't want to blow the planet up. They got kids here too. But the people who fund it, they just want to make money, right? That's why Hassim Naramin and all these scientists and the Nikola Teslas, they don't get funded because they're just trying to help people. That's why I'm saying scientists they need the grants, right? They need the money. And the people who want to make the money, who pay for this so you can go do this are going to use that for the Higgs boson bomb. Science and technology are important. You will never stop the progression of technology. Don't even try. You're crazy. If you think, oh, we can stop AI, try to take a dumb phone out of one of the Americans' hands. See what happens to you. Well, first of all, you're going to get E. coli because everybody take their phones in the bathroom. But that's not the point. They're not going to give it up willingly. People want AI. It's coming. It's not going to slow down. It's going to come faster. All we can do is grow consciousness and stop getting involved in the fake fight and get involved in the real fight. We got enough real good fights to be in. The scientists need to have unlimited resources and unlimited oversight, not by government, but by the humans that live on this planet. All of them, not the ones in your nation, because the technology we're playing with now could end the world. And they were damn sure the atomic bomb ended cities. Now we got technology that can end nations. Then we'll have technology that can end continents. It's crazy. I know, crazy. It's crazy. Well, you know, it's crazy. It is crazy technology, but you can save lives, Norma, with crazy technology. The issue is the application, right? It's like the gun. You can save lives with the gun. The issue is the application. And guns are being used because we starve kids into those warrior genes being flipped, and they take on violence as a way of life. We make them psychotic, and we know the people at the top are psychotic, and they got the weapons and they're doing it too. The same reason the atom bomb was dropped was the same reason schools getting shot up, because you got crazy people with crazy technology. And it's time that we evolve out of that. All right, I'm sorry. Susan said I need to calm down. I'm calm down. I'm calm. I am calm. We need to really have some serious discussions about this stuff. Why are you just trying to save the black people? That's what kind of got me here. I don't understand that. Why you just want to save one fur, one skin color? If you know we have, now I get it. I get identity. I understand that if you got that and that's what you are, you want to try to save your people. But when you live in a time when you have the technology to save all people, all children can live free, why wouldn't you want to do that? See, to me, this is racist. This is real racism. Now, I know we got facism. We got a lot of fake. We got a lot of fakeisms. We got a lot of people, you know, the fake racism, and that's good for TV. It's good for dramatics. Calling police racist, and they're not. They're doing what the AI did, right? We got fake racism, and that software proved that. When they turned the AI on and it sent all the police to the black neighborhood, AI isn't racist. The laws are designed to go after poor people, and AI knew that there were minimum quotas that were needed, so the AI sent the police to the poor neighborhood. That's not racism, it's just economics. And then they turned it off, thank goodness. But then we still got the model. The legislation and the laws determine where the police go and who gets shot and killed. And that determines on the police, they got an assessment that they make. Don't get me wrong though, the police are human too. They make an assessment. They understand, you know, listen, you get pulled over, you drive, and woo! He's making an assessment. Like, all right, let me see, what kind of car is this monkey driving? Does he look like he can afford a lawyer? Does he look like he's gonna give me a hard time? You know, because my little girl, she got a field trip coming up. Dang, it's gonna be expensive. And they wanna go to France or something. I gotta pay for all of that, and the wife's getting on me. Driving a hoopty, got a little rust on the bumper. I don't think they can afford a lawyer because they can't afford the bumper. And then that police is going to treat you differently because he's human, right? He's got a quota to meet. He didn't write the law. He didn't make sure that he had mandatory quotas of people he has to pull over and give tickets to, or minimum people he needs to arrest for drugs. He's just making an assessment. Yep, this person has a BMW. He's got the nice one too. Nice and clean and slick. Got the tires nice, and yeah, this drug dealer got a little money. Yeah, I could arrest him, and them charges ain't gonna stick. And I gotta get my tenure. I gotta get my retirement. I gotta keep this job. You know? And that's what it is, people. That's what it is. You gotta stop fighting the facism, the fake racism. Stop with that stuff. Your leaders give you that at the grassroots, so nothing changes. AI is not racist. The laws are designed to go after poor people because big corporations make money from it. Big money. You are fighting industries, so your fight is against the economics. It is not against other poor people, nor the middle class, nor the upper class. We're talking about people who own resources. We are talking about the wealthy, the people that you don't ever get to see. All right. There should not be cops in our schools at all. I don't think there should be, Dale, in the future. In the future. My point with that was we need to build a world where we don't need to protect children from other adults or other children. And we know we can build that world because the neuroscientists and the behavioral scientists told us that. The legislators don't want to do it because we don't force them to, because we're all busy just with dumb stuff. Dumb stuff. Adults trying to get what they want, letting a world exist where kids don't have what they need. Dumb stuff. That's why I don't do the politics, y'all. That's why I can't get down with that. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Because neither side is doing anything, not just for your country, but for anybody but themselves. They get a great retirement by giving your rights away and writing legislation and giving it a nice name so you'll go for it, making you emotional on dumb stuff so they don't have to change any laws that they wrote for corporations. That's what an oligarchy is. I don't understand why people still act like it's a democracy and we know we have an oligarchy. A world without philosophy is a world without thought, and that's where we are, Susan. We are in a world without thought. Nobody's thinking. They outsource their thought to the damn television set. Yeah, Kelly said that 30 minutes ago. I'm behind in comments. All right, a lot of comments today. I'm done. I know, Susan. Calm down. I'm calm. Don't touch me. I'm good. I'm calm. I just, listening to Sadhguru talk about it, the Higgs boson and the dangerous things that we're doing in the world, and Michio kaku. It's like, and the scientists, they know, they understand, but they're gonna get they gotta get funded. They're not gonna do what Nassim Haramein did. They're not gonna ride in a truck, live in the back of a van because he wants to do the right thing. They're not gonna be a Nikola Tesla and die poor because you because you want to give people free electricity so their power doesn't get shut off 80 years later or 60 years later. If you got ethics, you're not gonna get funded. Unless you can somehow prove to them that you can give them some sort of profitable product out of it. And then they always go to the war machine. The police and the elites are the ones shooting up these kids in the school, so that they could justify coming into the school and beating on them and teaching them to submit to force, obey. Okay, obey. I changed my mind on something. Hold on, I gotta clarify something. Obey news reports that some kid did it, but you know what it's the police doing, these mass shootings. Okay, so let me clarify. Let's be a little more precise. Children need to be safe in school, like girls in the Congo and Honduras need to feel safe walking to school. The police are the wrong people to do that. Dale, I'm with you, Dale. And what John said made me think about that. That's why this is a discussion, y'all. I know I start off ranting. But when we adjust as we go, because it's okay for an adult to be wrong. It's the children that's always right. So let me clarify and be more precise with that. Children need to feel safe. And the police are not trained to make children feel safe. The police are trained to subdue the population for the black market called Wall Street. And precise on. Dale is precise on. He is completely right, and so is John with that. Absolutely. I feel good. Let me say, I feel good when I go and I see there's a person with a gun to make sure some other dummy with a gun doesn't run in my, not dummy, a dummy who was abused into going in to shooting up a school. But no, we need them to feel safe in the school. And you can do that without a gun. You can do that without police. There are a lot of great ways to do that. We need a world without police, but and so level that up. So like think about it from a citizen perspective. Why you need police in society anyway? This is why I love what Jacques Fresco says. What, if you need police, that means your legislators aren't working. It means they're broken. And why do you keep driving a broken car? I used to have a hoopty, driving down a car in a busted car. I hate it. You know what? When you're saying y'all at the game or something, and you got your friends outside. Yeah, we going home. Yeah, you high school, we about to go home. Who car you get in? You didn't get in my car. I had a 1974 Volkswagen Bug that used to be red when it was new and it was pink, had a hole in the floor. It's like the Flintstones. You got in my passenger seat, you saw the car, saw the road going by. You get in my car, or you get in somebody else's car that got the new Honda. I rode alone by myself a lot. I was by myself. It's okay because I had a sound system. I had a big old speaker, took up the whole back. I didn't, because nobody rode in the back seat, and it wasn't Bubs, they barely had back seats. It was like a pillow. It was a pillow and three springs underneath it. Nobody rode in the back, so I put a big old subwoofer back there. I had great music. Nobody wanted to ride with me because you get in the nice car. That's what it is. You get in the nice car. You don't get in the busted hoopty. All right, y'all took me back in memories. Memory lane, good times, good living growing up. I forgot why I was even saying that. You get in the good car, not the busted old hoopty. I don't even know why. But it makes sense with whatever. I go back, read it, and I give you what I got. Later on. Most criminal organizations have a better moral code than the government. Ooh, does. Yes, they do. They've hurt less people and caused less damage than the government. They absolutely do, Susan. Susan, this is why I'm a barbarian. This is why I'm a barbarian, because the barbarians were on the side of right in the thing of history. The pirates, they were on the side of right. They understood the economic system. They understood that these were black markets. They understood that at Christmas time, all you're doing is giving your kids stolen toys. Toys that the cabal robbed from other nations, the minerals, and made them into small electronics. They understood that. They were on the right side of right. And criminals have codes anyway. You know what, and Susan, this is why I tell people, I'm okay with people who are honest. I don't care if you hate me and you're honest. We're good to go, because you don't have to like me. I'm an adult. I put my pants one leg on at a time. I could care less if you like me. I don't like your black skin. Oh yeah, okay, that's great. You want to go grab a beer? Tell me more about it? I'm fine with that. A lot of things I don't like too. I don't like your okra. Nasty stuff, give you diarrhea, tastes like goo and eating slug. I don't even like that. Get on your breath, put it all in my nose. But we can go have a beer together. Everybody got likes and dislikes, but I appreciate an honest thief. I appreciate someone like, listen, I'm a thief and I'm a robber. I don't want somebody that's like, yeah, I'm a nice guy, I ain't gonna do it. I appreciate, there's a warrior code, right? There's a warrior code. That's why I don't have any problem with the Ku Klux Klan. I got no problem with no white nationalists. I got no problem with the Bloods, the Crips. I got no problem with them. Most of them got a code. They feel bad when they do something and a baby gets hurt. Is your government? Really? I know the Klan blew up one church, killed a bunch of babies. They ain't do it again. You don't see, that's a problem if people want to ask that question. Because the question, it blows apart their narrative and the lifestyle that they live. But your government, they still doing drone bombings? They still dropping buildings on children every damn day? People have a code. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between a human being with empathy and compassion that's stupid, or, no, wrong word, ignorant. Because they don't know you, never been around you. They were raised their whole life to think you were an animal. Until they think about their actions. We went through that the other day. I'm not going through that. And a psychopath in government as a leader that couldn't give two damns because they're going to have a nicer retirement and buy a house down on the beach for ignoring the fact that these bombs are dropping on babies all day. Don't think about it that way. That's what I'm saying, the warrior code. I understand the warrior. I understand the warrior. Like, listen, I don't have anything against you, but we're going to have to get together and do this. Warriors have codes, they have limitations. But ignorance is easy to solve. Psychopathy, not so much. Right? Warriors, the Klan, that's just information. You know what's happening to most of the Klan right now that y'all so scared of? Their granddaughters are having babies with immigrants and brown people. And you know what's happening to them? They're looking at these little babies and they're realizing that they were wrong. There's videos on YouTube you can go out and watch. You know, the brother who went and go and work with the Klan, not Daryl, but the other one. He had a mini-series with the bushy head. He went at the fro, the fro. And when these people have mixed babies, they realize, oh, it's just skin. See, I don't have any hate for people who are ignorant. Because all you got to do is love them and give them information. and they change. It's the people who have no feelings, they have no conscience. Those are the people you need to be scared of. Those are the people who get to the tops of these corporations. Those are the people who make it to the tops of your departments and your churches and your governments. Because they're the ones, as James Fallon put it, they're the ones with the most tools to get the job done, right? To be at the top of a corporation and greed world, you have to not give a damn. You got to pretend on TV like you give a damn, but behind the scene, you got to be a cold, hard, heartless businessman who will turn the Nikola Teslas away, who will put the Harafim, and I messed his name up 8 times now, and make him live in a van because he's not trying to develop technology that can help everybody. You got to be hardcore and cold. Psychopath. Maybe you can help them, but you're not going to help them by giving them more power. You're not going to help them by giving them more toys. You're not going to help them by giving them more bombs and tanks and drones to murder people. You're just going to get people killed. You're not going to help people by putting the Democrats back in. You're not going to help people by getting the Republicans out or putting them in. Psychopaths all have the same thing in common. They know how to fool you, and they're good at it. That was the other thing James Fallon. I'm posting James Fallon today. That's how I'm gonna piss y'all off today. I'm posting, we're gonna do a watch party late for James Fallon. Because the brother's deep and he explains how this works. And I'm not even, you can't even be upset at the psychopath because they become who they are. The problem is us. But they got this charisma and they know how to pull you in. And they do such a good job of it because you outsource your intellect to the tops of people who look like you, or people who think like you, or people who are on the news channel that makes you feel good about your apathetic lifestyle driving that BMW while children starve. They got that charisma. All right. Let Gerard be Gerard. Thank you, sister Sharon. Let it be yeah. I don't even know who Gerard is, so I can't even be Gerard. He is exactly doing what he needs to do, and it's his stream. Well, I'm doing what I need to do, Sharon. I'm trying to share it too. I like to share my toys, though. I do like to share my toys, Ted. So I'm fine with everybody. People say I'm talking too much. I'm good with that. I'll stop talking. I'm gonna read some comments because we got to do the right things in life, people, and everybody thinks that they're right. Everybody thinks that they're right. That's what's blowing me away. To me, that's the deepest thought that we've come to together as a family. Is everybody thinks they're right. And when you really process that, you can treat people how you're supposed to treat them. People, even the psychopaths think they're right. Because they got that, what is it? I'm gonna mess it up. We're my professional friends. They got the endorphin thing that kicks in when they rape somebody, when they murder somebody, when they do something that the rest of us are like, we shouldn't be doing this. They, in their world, because those things were shut off by the 27 warrior genes, love, empathy, aggression, all that stuff, they think that they're doing the right thing because they get this endorphin response and they feel better, right? Because you raised a child. We allowed a child to be raised and starved into thinking, I gotta get mine. Right? Do you think, are you suspect why hip hop went from hip hop, laughing, dancing, and singing about some tennis shoes and gold chains and having fun into, I gotta get mine? Doesn't matter who I run over. I'm gonna do it or die trying. Same thing that rock music went to. You think that's a coincidence? See, I don't think that's a coincidence. We are developing a society that's increasingly psychopathic. And there's something about tribalism people love. They love getting together against other people and fighting. And we need to stop with the monkeyism. We got to get out of that reptilian brain and move towards consciousness. Okay, I'm taking you to Black Lives Matter meeting. Just kidding, sarcastic Susie. So Susie, let me clarify. Susie and I, we get into some great discussions. Love her to death. I never go to a Black Lives Matter meeting. I'll never go. I would go to White Lives Matter meeting. Let me explain why. And other people, did he just say that? Let me explain why. Because when the people who hate me and hate my skin see that I love them and their skin and I'm trying to do things for them, you know what they do? They do things for little people of my skin. It makes them question the narrative. Black Lives Matter are full of some amazing, beautiful people. So the other side over here like, yeah, he getting on Black Lives Matter. No, I'm not. They're full of amazingly beautiful people who just want to help. They're just being lied to about how to help. Right? It's like the pharmaceutical industry. It's full of amazing, beautiful people who don't really think about what the synthetics drugs are doing in people's bodies. They just want to help. But we need to help in ways that confuse the narrative, that break up this whole black versus white thing. We need a thing where everybody's coming together and saying any child ever being shot by a weapon is a bad thing. Because we can do that now. Yes, it's a bad name, but it's full of good people. But that's why they picked the name, because they knew it would piss off people on the other side to create a white lives matter. Now you got to fight where two sides don't ever change anything. They've been doing that since the mother hubbing Gideon. They've been doing it. Time that we figure that out. Time that we grow up and realize we're being played. Why does white lives matter have no money and black lives matter? Magic got $100 million from the billionaire? Why do you think he did that? Oh, because George Soros is such a good man. I hear my friends, they're like, yeah, Soros, because he's such a good... No, if you understand that money breaks people, why would he give that to them? Because money breaks people. Money breaks movements. Right? When you do things out of passion and love and compassion, you do the right thing. The right things happen. When you do things because it's an industry, now you got $100 million. I'm not saying everybody, but there are some people who are realizing, wow, like the politicians, I can get a good retirement on Black Lives Not Mattering. And see, so that's why I don't play the color and skin game. I don't play that because I just see people being played against each other, making industries out of problem. The politicians been doing it for the longest time. They get a law, you know, the people go to them and complain and say, hey, we need a law, we need help with this. And they turn around, and it has something to do with capitalism. It has something to do with capitalism. They turn around and say, okay, well, how can I get a better retirement helping the people or convincing the people they're going to get some help? They go to corporations. The corporations say, okay, well, here's a law. We're going to write the law for you, but you need to make an industry doing this. I can make a whole lot of money selling corn to prisons. I can make a whole lot of money selling pharmaceutical drugs. I can make a whole lot of money doing this. And in the name of the law, help the people. And the politician gets paid so they can get reelected, because that's what they want. They're just doing a job, so it's not like anything against them. They're just doing a job. They want to be reelected, and money will get them reelected. So they got the money from the corporation, they got the right from the people and the support of the people. People don't read the law, so they name the law, gotta help the people. But in the meat of the law, they hide in a way to make money for the corporation and create an industry that's not gonna allow you to fix the actual problem that the people brought to the politician. It's just economics. And this is what Michelle Alexander explained. This is what the politicians have always been doing. They make industries out of problems so they don't want to go away. And I'm not talking bad about Black Lives Matter. I'm just saying that there are people who had nothing, who are probably sitting at the top of these organizations. Now they got $100 million. You see, if the drug war ends and you help all these people and you open these prisons and you let all these brown people out, what happens to Black Lives Matter? The people who had no job, but now they're at the top and they're making, I don't know how much they make, but they have a life. This is why money breaks people. Industry breaks people, because now their job is like a pharmaceutical job. Pharmaceutical companies don't want to cure all disease. Why? Economics. Why would they do that? Why would they heal you? Why would they allow for drugs and epigenetic gene targeting drugs to heal everybody? They have a retirement. This is like the police we talked about. They got kids at home, they got field trips to pay for, they got a house, they want to retire. Money breaks people. Anytime you add money to it, you're broken. Passion fixes things. Money breaks things. You're really gonna say okra out loud? I say okra out loud all the time, Kelly. It's nasty, it's disgusting. That's why you can't put me in government. You put me in government, Kelly, I'd ban okra. It'd be Schedule 1. I Schedule 1 that joke. I don't even want to smell it. I hate okra. My body tells me that I need to leave okra alone, so I leave it alone. Oh, why y'all talking about okra? Bread and fried. Why would you do that to bread? Why would you put bread? Why would you put bread next to some slime? I don't know why you do that. I do. They will kill you. I'm trying to stay alive. Norma, I'm not sure who you're replying because the replies don't come up. Maybe you're replying to somebody. But everybody's trying to stay alive. Like everybody's literally trying to stay alive. Everyone's trying to stay alive, and that's why we have the system that we have, this suppression engine. Everyone's trying to stay alive in a time when everybody can thrive. And we got to stop trying to stay alive, and we have to start pushing to thriving, making sure everybody has what they need so we have less psychopaths. What? Huh? Oh, we're not going back there. What? Gerard, you don't seem to appreciate someone else's honesty. Like when I suggested you be with a woman, you just you seem to want to basically hear yourself talk. Wow. Well, okay, Susan. I like to start conversation. Not sure I like to hear myself talk. I actually hate my voice. That's why I can't watch my videos anymore. You go back. I don't know. It sounds weird, funny. I don't know. And two, I appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate you saying that. So, and you should. And I encourage people to say that, Susan. That's why I got the white nationalists here. I want to hear what they got to say. I appreciate everybody's honesty. I don't have to agree with everybody's honesty. That's what it comes down to. So I don't agree with that honesty. That's not where I am at this moment in time. If that thing should happen, and it happens. So I appreciate you sharing it. I just disagree with you. I don't think that I need some. I don't think I need that right now. Like they want me to have okra. Who was that? Is that Rebecca and Kelly? They want me to have okra. I appreciate the honesty. I just disagree. There's something about diarrhea and vomiting that I'm not really that interested in at this moment in time. I had it before. It doesn't work with me. All right, a real criminal is the real people. I mean, a real criminal is the real people. An ordinary, decent criminal is your son, your mother, your father. Real people on the planet. The good comment I just rolled up. All right, I'm like 30 minutes behind. I'm sorry. Let me move forward. I apologize. I'm so way behind. It just got me this morning because it was yesterday. It was yesterday. It was yesterday. I don't know. When I see people being shot, innocent, unarmed people, and 11-year-old children being slammed on the floor in an elementary school. All right. Okay, I think it's Brother Peter who said it. We're all the same race. We're all the same color. It doesn't matter what color. We are Jesus. Jesus was black, was white. Jesus was chink. Jesus was Jew. Jesus. Okay. I see where you're going, Peter. And I appreciate that, and I agree with you. I mean, from the perspective of does it matter? It absolutely doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all what kind of skin you got. Was it King who said, "You judge a man for the content of their character, not the color of their skin"? Before all the leaders went off and judging everybody for their skin and getting everybody focused on skin again. Because it doesn't matter. Like Peter, people say stuff like, "Oh, well, Jesus," and his name was Yeshua, by the way. Yeshua was black, brown, Arab, this, that, and the other. And it's just like, why does that matter? Outside of the fact that we know that the people who own this system that's oppressing everybody constantly want us to think that way. It's like, why does it matter? What does it matter? If you're related to everybody and everybody's family, like, why do you care? In fact, let's think about it this way. If everybody's related, right? Because religion and science both tell us that we all came from the same people. We all came from the same barbarian tribe from the very beginning. Then we're all related. We're all family. How do you feel when you go to a family reunion? Who's this? Peter? Go to a family reunion and you see the kids running and playing, having fun, playing ball, doing flips and whatever. And you look over there from the picnic bench and you see the kid, your little cousin has autism. Who you want to play with more? I know me. Like, I don't care about skin because it's insignificant. I care about who has needs that are not being met. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter about the skin. And skin is just what happens from solar radiation and whatever else happens. You see in your family, somebody needs a little more. It doesn't matter what color they are. It doesn't matter if that was someone grafted into your family and the skin color. Once you accepted everybody's family, you see that kid over there with autism, we know it's environmental. We know, once again, this comes from oligarchy, and all the doctors say that. We don't know exactly which poison it is. somebody from I can't say the name because they'll block the video. Somebody from the government department said that it was a particular thing that they put inside of a vial. And he still works for that agency, which boggles my mind. Others say it's the chemicals in the food. Others say it's this, that. And it's probably everything, but we know it's environmental, where it comes from. But when you see people in need, and they're in your family, you just want to help them. And that's why it doesn't matter. And that's why Christ never talked about race. He never talked about these silly concepts that are created by kings, because the kings created those concepts to divide the people up. And I'm in it for the kids. I'm always in it for the kids. I don't care what their skin color is. I don't care what color their parents' skin color is. We got work to do. And arguing and fighting amongst each other stops that work from happening. All right, mind control is real. Spraying chemicals is affecting our DNA and emotions. Yes, it is, Gypsy. That's why they do it. Because a weak population that's angry and upset, doing antidepressants and flipping out, they're easier to control than people who aren't. Right? People who are well-educated, people who are healthy, not indoctrinated, educated, informed, well-informed, better word. People who are well-informed, healthy, strong, free of thought, not locked into oppression and fighting to get food in their belly, having to work 3 and 4 jobs. People who don't have to do that are very powerful people. They don't hand their rights to government. They don't need anything from government. And that's who we all come from. We all come from self-sustaining barbarian tribes from all over this damn planet. From Germany, from Britain, from Italy, from China, from Africa, from Latin America. We're all barbarians. We've all been beaten down into this oppression, unsociety, not civilized model, oppressing each other. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop. One of the ways I see that happening, Peter, is no longer giving the psychopaths the toys. We start saying that, hey, there's no more patents. We're done with that. From here on out, every patent is the property of the human race. One day, them damn aliens coming. It's probably not even gonna be them. They don't care. It might be an asteroid. But civilization always ends because we give all the science and technology and power to the powerful people and the greedy people with wealth. And they always end up blowing everything up, or just staying on top because they like to be on top until the asteroid or tsunami or pole shift comes. And then we all die. Like if you look at the coring information, like you got all the climate change. Climate change is here. Climate change! We're literally in an odd climate. It's not supposed to be this warm. We know the next ice age is coming. You're not going to stop it. It is coming. We are either preparing to sustain our species, or we're still playing give psychotic toys to the elites, to the cabal, and let's see if they blow us up before something else comes and blow us up while they're just riding out this greed engine. Psychopaths. All right, I want to be like that comment. Oh, I want to like that comment, but I don't have the guts. Okay, Sharon, I don't know what comment it is. What comment you want to like you can't like? Let me see. We don't even see the whole picture, and we're making decisions that affect everyone. Oh, yes, that's dangerous. And we've been taught our intuitions, our mumbo jumbo. Exactly, Kim. And I'm the opposite. I say trust your gut. And the other thing is making decisions. You don't make a decision until you have all the data. And Kim, people are so emotional now. They just watch TV and the television tell them what to think. And because it's emotional, right? Because it is. I mean, when you watch, the police shooting somebody in a wheelchair, you watch them shooting somebody in the street who's completely unarmed, that passion kicks in. And this is how they play us. And this is why they constantly show white cops killing black kids, not the black cops killing white kids, or the white cops killing white kids, because they know it's emotional. And so you take that emotion, and the first person that wants you to get out and go do something, you go do it. But unfortunately, the first person that wants you to go do something on the media, they're in bed with all of this anyway. And so the first thing to go do is something that's gonna go piss somebody else off. So you don't have all the data, but we make the decisions. It's like that whole Trayvon Martin, Zimmerman thing, right? Dude is Latin, right? We thought he was white. Get upset, oh, stop the racism. And it's like, no. And not only that, the dude grew up in a black neighborhood. But not only that, good morning. I was watching Dick Gregory. Oh my goodness. He done took it somewhere. Kelly said, I'm a conspiracy theorist. And I don't know. I'm not gonna call it conspiracy theorist. I'm gonna say that the brother's saying things about the Trayvon Martin case that people need to focus on. he put a few things out there. But we make decisions and we don't even know. We make decisions to take actions before we have the data, and that's the actions of a fool. Right? You want to look at all the data. I mean, what he's talking organ harvesting. He's talking like the purpose of rap music. He's talking about China, and it's one of the biggest businesses now in China is organ harvesting. And it sounds kind of crazy until you kind of start to think, yeah, the wealthy do want to live forever. One way to live forever is to have plenty of organs to harvest. Now, I don't know if it's conspiracy theory, but to me, I don't like to take an act until I have all the information. I want to have all the information and then I act. I want to analyze things. And this is why governments can't have secrets. Corporations can't have secrets. You know, that's why I left the corporate world. Mainly because we have enough resources for everybody. We have enough automation and robotics. There shouldn't be an impoverished child anywhere on this planet. There shouldn't be anybody struggling. Nobody should be asking for maternity leave from work. That's stupid. All of that is ignorant. You shouldn't be lying to your boss that you don't want to go in. You literally are wasting your life in a career in a time where we have the technologies where humans are being forced into drudgery that they shouldn't even be in. Right? Happy people do happy things. Pleasant people do pleasant things. You need to be living your unique life. You need to be living yourself. We need to free the human race from economic systems so people can grow up and do the things they want to do. That's what we need to do. We need to do the Harriet Tubman, and we're not doing that. You know, we're watching Harriet. We're not doing Harriet Tubman. We're watching Harriet Tubman. Like, oh, she was so good to the next generation. She freed a bunch of people. I don't think the human race will ever be free. I think you're either constantly freeing the next generation more or you're enslaving it more. She freed the next generation slightly more. Come to find out the 13th Amendment and slavery was just spread around like to everybody else like butter on a piece of bread. So now everybody's slave. Now we got a police state. What are we going to do? Well, let's take the next step. Let's free everybody from this. Free everybody from forced labor. Right? Let's take the robots and the AI and instead of giving it to the psychopathic governments and corporations so they can gain more money, more digits in a bank account, and make sure people don't have to do lives that they hate, that make them take Prozac and Xanax and drink beer till they're crazy enough to go shoot up a school. That's what I think. Oh, y'all didn't even tell me what's happening in Virginia. Y'all didn't even tell me that. I need to click on it and go read it. It's just, but to me, I think it's always probably the same thing. What I miss, Megs asked. You didn't miss nothing, Megs. I was flipping out. I just, you know. You know what you missed, Megs? I said I wasn't gonna rant, and then guess what I did? That's all you didn't miss nothing. You didn't miss nothing. Go back and watch it. I think there was some pretty good comment. You know what? Content. If you go back and read the comments, that's the only thing I hate about doing this. Like I try to stir people into discussion, but I miss a lot of the comments. So I'll go back. And because I hate my voice, I like silence it. It's weird. It's something about the ears and how that works. Like when you, because you don't know how you speak. Because when you speak, it's like bouncing off of the walls and it's coming back, and you think like, yo, ooh, I sound like Barry White. Ooh, goodness gracious, I sound pretty good. And you play it back and it sounds like Urkel. I'm like, I sound like that. I don't know how people listen to that nonsense. So when I play my video back, I'll put it on mute because I don't want to hear it, but I'll read the comments right here. There's a lot of deep things happening right here. Y'all should go back, and I'm fine with y'all going back. Hit the mute button because I do like to talk, and just go ahead and read all of this right here. Just go back, all this right here, right? And because the problem, if you just listen to me, you're going to be ignorant, okay? If you just listen to me, you're going to be ignorant. Trust me, you're going to be just like me, and I'm ignorant, all right? I'm a 98% monkey still trying to find my damn self. I'm not right about things. I'm good at one thing. No, I think I'm good at two things. I think Mama and got two of them. Mama said I can color and I can connect the dots. I think I can connect dots because I'm an analyst. I did that for slavery for 20 years. I was an analyst. So I think I'm pretty good at connecting dots. And for some reason, I can get people to talk. And so I don't know how I got that, what that is, if it's consciousness or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. But read this. Don't listen to me. Dang it. I can get my finger right. It's over here. No, it's not. Dang it. It's the camera's reverse. Y'all stop. Read this. These people have great discussions. Phenomenal discussions. When I go back and I read what these people are saying, beautiful things happen. It's a hive mind. Yes, the dialogue. Yes, Justin, that's what we need. We need more dialogue. We need less ignorant logs. We need less people acting like logs, outsourcing their intellect to television, news, and elites and billionaires and TV, and people talking. When people talk, great things happen. If people if they're okay to be wrong, phenomenal things can happen. All right, I'm gonna do some comments to get the rolling. Cause I got slavery, y'all. I got to get my bag. Got to get the bag. Got to pick my bag. I got to get my bag. Cause we count the bags at the end of the day, y'all. I got to buy biscuits and bacon and pay the bills like everybody else. In a land that literally, back in the 1940s, they realized we shouldn't have any bills. That's why I laugh. That's why, Susan, that's why I laugh. Cause I think about things like, dang it, that's jacked up. That's messed up. Wow, we didn't have to do that. And I'm like, we are so stupid. We just so stupid. Let me go back to the picture of the monkey with the gun. Upset with somebody's views on Facebook. Easy remedy. Yeah, well, Sharon, you know what? I always have conflicting ideas on these things. I think it's a great thing for people to go to Facebook and vent rather than pick up a gun and go vent. I think it's a great thing for a police officer to get upset on Facebook and flip the hell out and flip out and pulling me over. But we can use this tool a lot more effectively, right? A lot more effectively. Sharon, yeah, I don't like the block button. I've only had to use it a few times. I don't like it because the people whose dialogue, like Justin was talking about, the people whose dialogue I discuss the most is probably the dialogue I need to read the most. And that's why social media is supposed to be a social tool. It can move us forward as a species and educate us on people we don't know. And that's the beautiful thing I love about it. I'm gonna give Brother Bill a shout out. Like I mentioned before, I always love Brother Bill Bunting. Don't always agree, but I don't agree with everybody. He don't always agree with me. But I love the fact that, and this is why I post his videos a lot of times, because people will look at him, and because they're indoctrinated, they see a redneck or a hick, and they think, oh, he's a survivalist, got a Dixie flag and a gun rack, and hates black people. And you fall in love with Bill when you watch his videos. You see that man is full of love. And one day he hits you across the face with the fact that not only does he live out deep in the country in the hills, and you think he's a hillbilly, but he's got mixed grandbabies, and how he would give them the world if he could. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing using a tool like this before they finally censor everything and just show you what you want to see. And that's the whole goal. Somebody said that the other day. We were asking, because I went back and I read the comments. I asked, if you own Facebook, what would you do? And somebody posted, I'm sorry, I can't give you a shout out because I was reading all of it. He says, I would change the algorithm back to like 2008, something like that. Wise, brother. Whoever said that, and probably you're still wise. Why would he do that? Because the algorithm's constantly being shifted for greed. They're literally creating an algorithm so they can make more money, as they should. Not mad at Mark Zuckerberg. He's doing what they're supposed to do. They're a company. They're there to make money. But they make the most money when you create the most tribal monkeys, right? So they show you posts of things that you want to see, things that engage you. And if you engage with people who are like you, you're just going to become more ignorant. And that's what the algorithm's doing. But you can beat the algorithm. Why? Because if you engage more with posts that you disagree with, then you'll start seeing posts that will make them more money, that will keep you on Facebook longer. Social media is an amazing tool, but you understand what the algorithm is doing. The algorithm is literally making you dumber and more ignorant so they can make more money. You can use that against it. That's why you have to make friends with people who aren't like you and read posts that you don't like. And so instead of constantly that confirmation thing that happens with us, when we see something that we like that agrees with our birth indoctrination and our own little bigotry, we like the post. You need to start ignoring those posts because you already know that. You already think that, right? You want to be smarter. You need to go read the posts that just don't make any damn sense to you. And I try to do that sometimes, a little scary. It does get a little scary. But go and start reading the posts of people that you're supposed to stay away from, and you start to realize that these people got the same fears you got. They got the same problems you got. They're in a different package, so the problem's a slightly different flavor, but they got the same problems you got. Everybody thinks they're right, and if you really understand that powerful, powerful statement, You'll treat people how you should treat. You won't judge anybody because you know if you were them, you'd be them. Because the answers you seek are in the victim you left behind. Ooh. See that? I don't know how you posted a comment that fit. You posted a comment 20 minutes ago that fits with what I said just right now. Truth is truth. Truth is timeless. That's why. Truth is timeless. Because people feel good about being a victim and grouping up with other people in victimhood. And we don't need to be victims anymore. We need to be warriors. You know, and you be a warrior by actually fighting the actual root problem. The side effect is there so they can keep the system. Good morning, Brother Mark. Common man here, hooked on Sadhguru. He's a beautiful man, isn't he, Mark? He's a beautiful man. Beautiful thoughts coming out of his head. Mark, I had to give Mark a shout out from yesterday. Great video. You know what? I was watching the, what was it? Because I didn't know all the details on it. It was Syria. It was, Turks. Turks. But they got the kids and they lined up and they executed the Turks. And Brother Mark posted this video. And said, this ain't looking right. And I agree with him. I looked at him like, this ain't looking right. I'm like watching the video and the kids are lined up and they smacked the guy in the head and the guy just sat there and was quiet like he was on a script. The lighting was perfect. The sun was setting. It was like a high quality camera. It wasn't like my cameras. It wasn't like fuzzy and the UFO pictures, the static. It was clear. It was crisp. The kids spoke well. They seemed like they were well put together. And I was just like, man, this is like really, it gives me a cinematic feeling, Mark. A lot of stuff that we're shown is bullshit. Once again, to get actions out of us, to get us to be okay with an action before we have all the data. And so I'm not going to say it's false. I'm not, once again, I'm a 98% monkey and I'm only fed information by the CIA because apparently I'm CIA, but they control everything on the internet. I try to use some common sense. I'll just say, to me, it doesn't smell right. Doesn't smell right. I don't know what's right, but it looked way too published and cinematic. Way too cinematic. But either way, I'd never agree with going to war in a land where I don't know what the hell's going on. And that's what my country's become. That's all we do. We go to lands with people we don't know, in a place we don't understand, a culture we don't even have, religions that we don't know nothing about, and start telling people what to do so corporations can steal their resources. And that's dumb as a bag of bricks. That's just stupid. If there's something less than ignorant, somebody tell me what it is, because that's what that is. Not having any of the information, making all the decisions. And we need to stop. We need to find our humanity. That's why I say consciousness is the way out. Consciousness. Y'all, we need to work on becoming conscious creatures, focusing on everybody, all sensing. If the solution doesn't include everybody, then it's not a bad idea. It is a bad idea. It means we don't have the technology yet to solve that problem. That's a problem that's going to have to stick around until we have someone who's smart enough to figure out how can we apply this solution to everybody. I mean, we live in a world with such massive technology and science, which is what started this discussion. We're constantly using it for the elites to figure out how to rob each other more efficiently, how to kill each other more efficiently. And we could be using that to figure out how to solve the problems so they work for everybody more efficiently. And we can do that. We just have to accept that we're all family and give a damn enough to actually do it. Gerard, you don't know what everybody else needs, nor do I. Nobody does, Susan. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. And this is why we free speech, let everybody say what they need to say. And that's how you find out what everybody's gripes are. You take an idea and you put it out there, and then people can respond, right? Like I was, Second Amendment, I was I was on the fence with it. So I finally put it out there and I listened to the feedback. And it's like, wow, you know what? This does make sense. Somebody posted, I don't know who said it. It's like, how does it make sense to go to the #1 weapon trafficker in the world and ask them for gun control? And you start processing that. Like, dang it, that actually makes some sense. Why would we do something so stupid? These people, they're not against violence. They're not conscious. They don't want to help people. There's something more that's going on. There's a piece of information I don't have. So yeah, I'm not going to get on board with any common sense gun control, because it's not common sense to have a government that you can't control. It's not common sense to have a government that's not controlled on any nation in any continent anywhere. They kill anybody anytime that a corporation tells them to, right? So that's why we do this. It's a hive mind. So what you do is you start a dialogue and you get people talking, and that's how we learn. You have a very nice voice. I know what you mean, though. I feel like I sound perpetually high. Maybe because I am. It's, you know what, Max? I appreciate that. I hate I don't know what's, you know what? I sound like a, when I hear my voice, I just hear Urkel. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. I'm just like, dang. I don't have no lives, do y'all? Like, y'all come here and listen to Urkel talk for a little bit. It sounds like Urkel on mushrooms or something, if that's a thing. I just don't like it. I don't know. I guess I got used to hearing my fake voice. Like we get used to indoctrination. We get used to the things that they give us. They tell us what we are, races and religions and all of that stuff, and everything else seems weird to us. Maybe that's what it is. Because something kind of like that. You get used to things. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Yes, Debs. And ask other people what's evil to them, right? Right? Ask what Susan was saying. Ask other people what's evil to them. Because we never really know whatever's really going on because our world is so highly controlled. Hey, Maria, good morning. Hey, Carrie. Dot to dots love thing. Yes, sir. Yes, Carrie. Connect the dots. Right. That's the game we used to play when we were kids. Connect the dots. And what I'm talking about is the information you have, start connecting the dots. Always connect the dots and get as much information as you can to connect more dots. And when you start connecting the dots and it's looking kind of conspiratorial-ish, and the picture ain't what they say the picture's supposed to be, then you need to question things. That's why I say question everything and trust nobody. Connect the dots. We got to get good at connecting the dots and getting the data so we can connect the dots. We don't need the full picture. We almost get the picture together. You know what I'm talking about, connect the dots? Was I the only one? I used to like connect the dots. We used to travel all the time. Parents would get in a little French car called a Renault, drive all over the United States. And we play connect the dots in the back. And before you're done, you start to know this gonna be a zebra. Yeah, I know it, yes. You're almost done. This gonna be a snowman. Even before you get the last 4-5 dots. If we're connecting the dots, and we're playing democracy. But you're connecting the dots and you're starting to see every time we act like it's a democracy, we get out there voting against other people, whatever, forcing them to be like us. And we realize that this picture is ending up in like the picture of a planet being blown up and lava spewing out and a nuclear war. You're connecting the dots and you see a CERN, and it ends in the picture that's not where you're supposed to be. You don't have to go the rest of the way. Like the analogy on the train. If you're on a train, we on a gasoline train, we got to get the gasoline somewhere. And you look ahead and you say, oh, damn it, is that a fire? Is that station on fire? That station is on fire. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't continue this voyage. Maybe things aren't going the way. If you're connecting the dots and you're like, yeah, we love people, we love children. The nation always loves some children. Boy, if America loved children anymore, there wouldn't be no more children on this planet. Oh, we love children, but we're still bombing. We love children, but you connect the dots, we're starving them in our own country. We, like when the whole thing happened with Venezuela, all the aid that went to Venezuela, do you connect the dots? The truck got the food that the poor people in the trailer parks in the ghetto can't even afford in the barrio, and they put them on trucks and they drove them all around them kids. They drove all that food all around the Walmarts and Targets and everything where they go to shop and where they live. They got to put them on an airplane. Then they got gas from your tax dollars that paid for the food, paid for the gas and the airplane, and flew all of that down to Venezuela. You think that's a coincidence? You think we care about kids? When you connect the dots and that picture is not becoming what you want, then you need to stop. You need to stop drawing the picture. That's what I think. And when we're drawing an ugly picture, biscuits and bacon sound good. I'm having bananas covered with raspberries and strawberry sauce. Susan, that sounds even better, especially to your immune system. I just noticed we have a new all caps person. Oh, okay. Brother Mark. Oh, nobody told Brother Mark. Nobody told him. How come y'all ain't telling him? That's Ivana. See, you could have just told him, girl. You had to tell everybody. You tell him. See, well, so but Mark. How this works is in social media world, all caps means you're yelling at people. So when you put all caps, then everybody thinks that you're yelling at people. So what you gotta do, you gotta hit the cap button. I know, feel good sometimes to put the cap. But it look at that. Look at that. You guys see the comment right there, right? See Ivan, see what happens when you just talk to people. Yeah, I had to put him on blast. No? Mark is a great guy. Love that brother to death. Oh, God, y'all funny. All right. I spend way too much time exploring ideas for a new world direction. This one is broken. Carolyn, you do not spend too much time looking for new world ideas and decisions. Carolyn, we need more people who have your passion trying to help us find a solution. Whether it's Venus Project, Zeitgeist Movement, resource-based economy, all the solutions that we say that none of them are utopia, but they like to call them utopian, we got to go in that direction. Absolutely. You got a passion that you need. And you know what, Carolyn? You need to be able to do that for a living. We should be paying you to do that. We should be providing your food, your water, not poisoning your oxygen and your medications. So you can do that. Why? Because we need a better world. What you're talking about is more important than everything on television. Everything. That's why we didn't do the news today. I didn't even look at the old. We need to talk about stop using technology for the use of psychopathic projects. And we need more people to find those solutions and then use that technology to plug those gaps. So if you can do it, do it. But this world is broken. And you know that. You know, and you accept that. When you accept the world is broken, then you know we got to build a new one. Then you don't, then they take those oh, you're a utopian. Shut up. Every generation is utopian to the next generation 50 years later. You took someone 50 years ago, put them to today, they would say this world is not possible. Right? Because but the issue is that this isn't even a real world. Like this is the fake world. This is the furl. This is the furl that the billionaires let us play with. Because when they're done with the toys, they let you play with them. They don't let you play with the new toys. They let you play with the old toys. Which is why cutting edge science can no longer be in the domain of psychopaths, billionaires, governments, and corporations. Your ancestors made all of it. We need an open source world. Your ancestors, people you were related to, your family made all this technology. There's no corporation that should own a patent. Nobody can make a good discussion as to why. Why would a corporation need a patent? It's not a person. It doesn't have a belly. It doesn't die. It is here to thrive on us taking things from us, and it took the patents. So no, you don't have an intellectual property you hand to a corporation when you made it. You made it, and you got an earth family, and everything stays in the family first. Every scientist should go to work every day and report to the human race. That's why you have and you know what? Last thing I'm saying, and that's why you have whistleblowers, because a whistleblower is somebody who reports to the human race. Stop attacking whistleblowers. There are people who are not reporting to corporations, they're reporting to the human race and saying, hey, we got a problem. We got technology that can help everybody, and we're not using it to help everybody. We're using it just for greed in corporations or power and government. Have any public school teachers fought back against the curriculum? Yes, they do, Megs, and they quit. That's all they can do. Department of Education runs every damn thing. The principal tells them where to go. Because in order to get the money, if I remember right, I grew up in a family of teachers. The principal's got to do what the Board of Education says in order to get the money. And it goes with the administration. It might even be at the administration county level. But the teachers can't fight back. We don't have teachers, we have slaves. That's why one of my statements in this country is you need to free the teachers. Let the teachers be the teachers. Free the teachers. They don't need to be told what to do. They're professionals. Right? And the best teachers will bubble to the top. The kids will get the best grades in the teachers' classes that actually give a damn and have an exciting curriculum. And that's what we need is kids that want to love learning again. Same with the police. Same with the doctors. Same with the politicians. Free all of them. Politicians, you keep voting for them, but they're not free. They report to a Federal Reserve and corporations, and they have a job. I'm not against politicians. I just know that they're not free, and I'm not going to act like they're free. I know they're slaves. They are slaves to the upper level politicians that take the bribes, which means that they're always going to do what corporations want to do. The best way to help politicians, if that's politics is your thing. I got a lot of friends. Politics. If you actually want politics, then you need to free your politicians. You need to free them up from the control structure that forces them to write laws to make profit out of problems and lie to you, saying emotional things. We need to free everybody. And that's what I'm saying. I say I don't trust people, and I don't. I don't trust nobody. But I trust the human race. I trust that things will go the way they're supposed to go if we let people profess the things they're supposed to profess. Let them be them. Stop using economics to drive them into certain boxes and fencing and farming them like livestock. Human beings aren't livestock. You need to go do what you love doing. All right. Look at that, Brother Mark. All right, I appreciate it. It's a little easy to read too. You got the caps, you know. Like I said, it's just information, you know. Information. I appreciate, and the beautiful thing about that too, Mark, like Mark looked at it and did that process. This is the humans I like to hang around. The humans that look at something, they realize it's a problem, they talk to people, and then they change. Like, oh, I didn't know I was yelling at everybody. See, you know, Mark came in the room and was like, hey, people! I like how he started this video. He came in, the common man! It's like, Mark, you yelling at us, bro. You yelling at us, dude. All right, I gotta get going. I got Slayer, there we go. I don't trust the human race. Well, Susan, I do. And let me explain what I'm saying, and then I'm gonna go. I trust the human race because I'm a part of the human race. And it doesn't mean that I trust we're gonna do the right thing, but we're gonna do what the best things we're capable of, right? And if the best thing we're capable of is making it 200,000 years and going extinct, then that's okay. We just need to make some temples. Where's the other Susan at? We just need to make some temples and etch some things in stone, like the Egyptians tried to. And tried to tell them, like, you're not gonna make it, y'all keep fighting each other. Y'all keep being races and religions and giving powers to pharaohs, y'all all gonna die. Atlantis died, and that was the whole purpose of the Atlantis story, to tell you that you should not give all science and technology to your leaders or corporations. That's what happened to Atlantis, if you go back and read Plato. What I'm saying is I trust the human race is one I have to, right? One, I have to. I have no authority, I have no right anywhere to tell anybody what to do. That's why I can't be a leader. I don't want anybody following me, and I'm not ever going to be a politician. Right? I have no interest in telling anybody what to do about anything. So I have to trust people to be people. The only thing that we can do is control the environment people are reared in. And this is where I go back to neuroscience and the behavioral scientists. They studied that, they did it for a living, they're professionals, they wrote articles and journals, and they've explained to us human beings become their environment, right? It's not nature and nurture. If you want to build a better world, you need to build a better environment for kids. You got to build a better environment for humans, and you get better behavior out of them, right? You can get all the police you want, you can write all the laws you want, but you're not going to stop manufacturing mass shooters and psychopaths and bad people, raised poor like the Rockefellers, and making a whole world its slave because John D. Rockefeller didn't like how the world treated his mama. That's the real story. Right? We can fix that, and it's easy. You just fix the environment that people are reared in instead of trying to force them. All right, how you going? Listen, y'all have a great day. We're doomed. We might be doomed, Justin, but if we're doomed, that's a good thing. If we're doomed, we did our best shot. Never blame a person for trying. Never blame a kid for trying. You know, we did our best. The whole key is we got to do our best. And if we do our best and we wait for that asteroid, the next mass extinction, then hey, we gave it a shot, y'all. We did it. We just did. God picked a monkey. He shouldn't have picked a 98% monkey. He should have picked a wombat. He should have picked a tabby cat or something. Just had a little less tribalness to him. You know, but you give it your best shot, and we haven't been giving our best shot. We've stopped evolution. We've stopped evolution for money. We stopped evolution for baby greed. I ain't better than nobody else because I did the same damn thing. Went to college, got my job, want to make as much money as I can until I finally grew up. And hell no, Adam, you're not keeping me here because I'm leaving right now. I'm leaving right now before y'all start talking about aliens. I got to go. Listen, Gerard, got to go do my slavery. Love y'all to death. Great conversation. Y'all have a good day. We got to stop giving guns to toddlers and CERNs to psychopaths. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.